As the most valuable objects found inside the zone, artifacts hold great powers that are often underestimated. Plus 30%, plus 6 protection, what does that really mean? Hello stalkers and welcome to the Anomalous Dugout. In this video, we will take a look at the true protective powers of some of the artifacts from the S.T.A.L.K.E.R trilogy. All three games have their own system of artifact protections, so let's see what the differences are. First of all, in Shadow of Chernobyl, there are these artifacts nicknamed dummies that offer a nice protection bonus without any drawbacks. Let's visualize how well they protect from different damage sources by comparing the damage taken using 0 and up to 5 artifacts, without any type of other protection whatsoever. The electro battery works against electricity damage. If you have 4 or 5 of them, you actually become immune to any electric shocks. The flame battery protects well against any type of fire damage. Use 5 or 4 of them and your skin literally cannot burn. The pellicle prevents damage from chemical sources. With 4 or 5 of them, acids will have no effects on you. The spring provides protection against impacts, that is to say, objects thrown at you, but also fall damage and gravitational anomalies as well. Using 4 or 5 of them completely negates the harm done by those anomalies. The color block protects from ruptors, which are knife cuts and mutant attacks. It is not as efficient as the previous artifacts, but it does the job against small mutants. This rodent even panicked and gave up on trying to kill our test subject. Paired with armor, here an exoskeleton, it becomes even better. The Mammoth Beads works against bullet wounds. Like the color block, it's not as good as the other protection artifacts. Combining it with armor, once again an exoskeleton, seems to make it work better. In conclusion, for the first game, there were protection artifacts for almost all types of damages, and those that protected from anomalies were the most powerful. We saw that using 4 or 5 of them allows full immunity, but it's actually even better. It allows to restore health and armor condition, as you can see here. This process is quite slow, but still very useful, especially since this is the only way of repairing armors in Shadow of Chernobyl. It is unknown if this is a bug or the result of strange interactions between artifacts and anomalies, but it's a cool feature nonetheless. Moving on to Clear Sky, artifacts were completely reworked. Artifacts now only protect against anomalies and not from the dangers of combat anymore, but protection against psi waves was added. This is likely because armor upgrades were added, but who knows. Artifacts also are all radioactive now. Anyway, what we can notice from the get-go is that the new protection system seems to be broken. Indeed, artifacts supposed to protect against fire just have 0 effects. And the same goes for electricity protection artifacts. And for chemical protection artifacts as well. However, the Psi protection artifacts do work, as you can see right here. I was even able to completely negate the effects of Psi waves using 3 or more Moonlight artifacts. So, what's the deal with the other artifacts? After some research, it appears that all type of protections in Clear Sky, not only artifacts but also armored suits, only provide resistances to the passive damages done by the environment surrounding anomalies, and not the anomalies themselves. That means fire artifacts don't protect against burners, but they do protect against heat, as you can see here. And chemical artifacts don't protect against gas bubbles, but do work against gas clouds. However, there is no such passive damaging field surrounding electroanomalies, except sometimes radiations. So I could not find any use for electro-artifacts, and they indeed seem to be useless. But maybe I missed something. In that case, be sure to tell me in the comments. Hopefully, this weird system was changed in Call of Pripyat. Even if the artifacts remained the same, their efficiency was improved, and the resistances now work against the anomalies themselves. Here, you can see the results with electro-artifacts. Fire artifacts are much better now. It takes forever to die from a burner with a couple of them. Also, 1 crystal is enough to protect from heat. Chemical artifacts are also better, as you can see. Only 1 Stoneblood artifact is required to be fully safe from gas clouds. And finally, any Psi protection artifact seems to be enough to render Psi emissions harmless. So I tried the artifacts on a controller instead. To sum up for Call of Pripyat, the former glory of protection artifacts from Shadow of Chernobyl was almost restored, even though they can't fully protect you, heal or repair your suit anymore. It is, however, possible to achieve complete protection from a damage type by using a body armor, armor upgrades and a lot of artifacts. This is what the results look like. Be aware that doing this will most likely require to use many radioactive artifacts, and thus will still harm you in a way. But against anomalies, it does work. All of this shows that protection artifacts are very useful in the harsh environment of the zone. Their properties are absolutely wonderful, and it would be awesome to see them in real life. This explains why these artifacts are so valuable, and why stalkers risk their life to find them. Well, that video was longer than I expected, but I tried to make it as interesting as possible. Don't forget to tell me what you think of this subject in the comments below. And until next time, thank you for watching, stalkers, and goodbye.